Welcome back to the What's Working Building Leaders Report. This is chapter 2, where we dive into some of the common challenges in today's workplaces. So, we thought this was a great quote and probably very accurate for many workplaces that managers today are expected to be superheroes. Many of you will agree with that statement or that quote. It's pulled out recently from very recent data about the demands placed on managers in today's day and age is very, very, very high, mainly because of the technology which is available to communicate to so many people so quickly. And also the demands or the requirements, let's say, of the workforce are increasing and the expectations of those individuals within them. So how can you navigate some of these common research issues? So first and foremost, the common issues that we see is that 82% of organizations pick the wrong people to be managers. Look at that. That's a massive number, 82%. That's almost all organizations pick the wrong people to be managers. So what do we mean by that? Well, think about why most people promote people. Typically, you might hear, well, they did really well in the role before. If you worked in sales, you might say, well, they produced loads of business for the company, so we're going to promote them to sales manager. The question is that really the metric you should be using to actually promote someone to managing people? And that is the conundrum. And if you look across the data, the two most common questions are, well, I did really well. So the most common answers are when it comes to why did you get promoted is I did really well in a previous role, or I've been here for a long time. Neither of those two should be reasons you get promoted necessarily. So you can see the conundrum, and how this plays out is that lots of companies are hiring the wrong talent. What does that mean? Well, ultimately it means that the wrong people are in the wrong job and can compound issues that you're seeing here. So 58% of team leaders experience discomfort leading remotely. Now, that's probably not a huge kind of jaw-dropping shock moment there, but it is interesting, right? In this day and age where we're expected to lead either in person, hybrid, sometimes completely online, do they feel comfortable? Well, how many people are taking the effort to actually get really comfortable in this area? Not many is the answer. And so it's a key issue in this space, which leaders are going to need to be better equipped for moving forward. Now, 83% learn less, and that's a massive issue. This is a time bomb, in my perspective, that is going to happen sooner rather than later, is we're going to start to see the impact of the future leaders, young people mainly, who left uni. They're in the workplace, but they don't know that they're missing out on all this informal training or informal learning, which would normally take place in the workplace if you were in a workplace environment. You might overhear Bob talking to Sandra or Sally speaking to Sarah, or in the cafe, you might meet someone from another team. Those interactions, those accidental learnings over time turn into something massive. And you can see it, almost everyone says that people learn less from each other in hybrid environments. Top challenges, now this is taken from an Atlassian report, so not necessarily in the infrastructure and construction space, but some really interesting statistics about what they found. This is execs they surveyed here. 41% or less organizational loyalty, that's a massive issue. 38% cross-functional silos, and harder to coordinate work. Certainly is. And no doubt, if you're in a hybrid environment, you would probably agree with many of those things there. 50% of employees lack confidence in their manager's ability to lead their team to be successful in the next 2 years. That's what the data's showing. And that's a really tricky thing to think about, right? Is that how can you better equip your whole teams? And if you're getting feedback that from other teams saying they don't feel well equipped, well, what can you actually do about it? Well, that's exactly what this next section is all about. So we'll see you in the next video.